You want some more of this, bitch? Back in the easy, we could do this all year long.
I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker.
I told you in the first song, I'll tell you in another.
I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker.
I don't have a girlfriend, my hand's my only lover.
I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker.
One night a week, my mom likes to cook me supper.
I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker.
And Michael Keaton was my favorite Batman. I was walking down the street just the other day. I saw these two fine bitches, they were walking my way. Yo, what you girls doing tonight is what I wanted to say. But suddenly
Hey there friends, my name is PIGCAKE. I'm a professional virgin and we're here in this fantastic tattoo studio where I'm going to get a tattoo that I'm not going to regret. This is what it is. We're here for Blackpool Magic Convention and I decided, you know what? What a time to get a tattoo in a place surrounded by friends. So take a card. Do you like card tricks, by the way?
Yeah, I do. I love
No, okay. Do you guys know each other well?
Not that well, no. We're brothers. We're brothers.
Well, I don't know if you're having a winder. If that's
No,
okay.
we're brothers.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So go ahead and look at the card. Don't forget it. I don't want you to see it, by the way. I don't
Yeah,
want you to see
yeah.
it, but I want you to remember it. I'm trusting you because
Yeah.
then somebody's gonna go, "Oh, look, I forgot it." So please remember it. You got it? One more time. Okay. And you, of course, don't know what the card is.
I ain't got a clue now.
Okay. So that's gonna be important because what's gonna happen in a little bit is that we're gonna use your connection. All right, as brothers or lovers. I feel like it's more of a love relationship. But you're gonna look at him, and you're gonna know exactly where your card is. It's gonna be like a feeling you get.
Yeah.
Like here.
Down below the
there,
waist.
That's gonna be the feeling you're gonna get. Okay, so look at him. Look at him in the eyes. What number do you think that card is in the deck? Looking at him.
How many downs?
Yeah.
7.
7. Now that's a low number. You wanna change your
17.
mind? 17.
17.
It's my favorite age. You like that? You like that? You like that? No, it's a dumb joke. Do you want 7 or 17?
17.
17. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yep.
Your card?
Ace of diamonds.
Ooh. I guess you guys are really not connected. Look at that. How's that for you, lads? So thank you guys, sir.
Thank you for that.
You guys were fantastic. I appreciate it. And you're also really attractive. So this is hard to do without falling in love.
Right, here goes.
Yeah.
Does that feel okay? It won't feel like the one that Steve did.
Oh yeah, no, night and day. Night and day. Thank you, Peter, for literally murdering me.
I didn't pick your bone. Nathan said do it on the ankle bone.
Do it on the ankle bone. Hey, teach him a lesson. Let's make sure that he regrets everything he's ever done in his life up to this moment.
So what did you think of Tattoo Convention then? Was it as good as you thought, or was it Magic Convention?
Lots of virginity, to be honest. To be fair, it's
Was it bigger than you thought, or?
yeah, but then it's just a culture shock. It's just a culture shock because imagine you're UK, like you're fucking the only American, right, for the most part. So it's just odd. In that
Were you up
capacity.
on stage doing like a speech?
No. I don't think that would ever happen. Right? Could you imagine?
Yeah. It's time to get down now, eh?
Hey, Dick, you're popular for dick jokes during card tricks. Let me ask you, are you going to be on stage in front of a bunch of old magicians talking about magic? Like, who would want to come to my lecture?
We went to Huddersfield Magic Circle last night just to see if we got invited by John Danbury.
Uh-huh.
And it was one of the tricks. Like, this guy pulls out a little kid's box and starts performing it to a room full of adults with a monkey with bananas in it and stuff. It was fucking weird.
There's a picture of my reaction looking at the shit. Like, it's so funny. Like, I'm just there looking, right? Like, you just see me like, what are you doing, bro?
They were bad, man.
Is magic popular in Miami?
No, we actually have no magic scene. But what I've looked up, which is odd, is that there's a lot of magicians in the area. Like, a lot of them.
But do you not know many people?
No, I try to stay away from them because I'm trying to get laid. So then the closer I am to them. They could smell it on you, believe it or not. I think it's a combination of desperation and imagine magicians. It's like you have to remove all your normal things that you do in life, like
Yeah.
okay, deodorant, shower.
All
for
right.
the
So
sake
that's where
of
Nathan gets it from.
card magic. Yeah. I'm sorry you have to deal with the scents, but it just comes from Nathan's wanting to improve himself as a magician.
Ticks them off.
Yeah, that's the part that's a shame, you know.
So who's your favourite magician in the world?
You know, depends, right? Depends.
You don't have to
'cause-
be.
No, but that's the worst part, right? Because I hate to give him any sort of compliment whatsoever because he's a, what do you call it, a donut? A cunt, right?
Yeah.
Always makes fun of you. You're always getting wound up, and he knows that I'm easily agitatable, right? But unfortunately, I do have to present a compliment to the man, and especially seeing him do stuff like constantly. I mean, how many times have I seen you do stuff this weekend alone? Like 100 times. And
You
just
still
seeing
got
him
it.
nail it, and then also go through like your fuck ups, just how you manage that. So,
So
fuck.
have you met Pete before or now, or this first
Miami.
time?
Miami's they shot a project out in the beach, and I mean I didn't know him then, and then I think I sent him like a little idea, and he goes, yeah, it's shit. And then from then we've been talking.
You managed to work it out.
Managed to work it out. I had a little mask.
He had a little
I
balaclava.
had a balaclava.
Did you?
Yeah.
While you were doing magic?
Well, for YouTube, yeah, because I didn't want to show my face, and then initially I didn't want to show my face because I was a teacher.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, so he trusted me around kids. But then that went away, and I just didn't want the kids to find me because then you lose them.
Yeah.
You lose them, right? That's the worst thing. So if they found the channel, I mean, imagine, hey, dude, I saw what you said, man. Hey, virgin, right? I'm like, no, I don't want that in a classroom. But then eventually I'm like, oh, fuck it. And obviously, if you show your face, you get more emotion, you get more opportunity for. Because there are people that didn't want to do stuff just because they knew that I didn't show my face, and I'm like, you kind of lose out on certain opportunities. But
So did that work out for you then?
yes and no. I mean, yes, in a sense of I'm happy with the videos that I'm making now, more so than I was before. But no, because now I go to Blackpool Magic Convention and surround myself by a stench that I'm not going to be able to shake off.
What do you think to Blackpool?
Blackpool, I don't know why it exists.
Yeah.
Like, could somebody explain to me how a place that's 95% hotels is alive? Like how, although one night, which is interesting, I didn't realize that it's like a beachy town.
Yeah.
Right?
People used to travel there for miles, like 80s and 90s, but lately it's quite run down.
Yeah. Well, because one night I got really hammered and I just ran to the beach, fully clothed, like through that area. The wind, I'm surprised I didn't get blown over with the wind because it was just absurd. Like, slight breeze. Cheerio. Fuck.
We thought we were winding up. I said, bring a big coat, bring a big jacket when you go.
Yeah,
It's
no.
freezing.
Yeah, you were bad. Come out with best.
But then Peter was like, no, let's stay at the Travel Lodge. Everybody else stayed like a second away from the main. And then the hotel was like maybe a mile and a half off.
So you couldn't
So I'm
keep
just
going back to the
running.
hotel.
No, I
No,
just,
we did. I took the
Yeah,
hour
take the
mix up,
cards, yeah.
but I don't like a few
You get
things.
away
that-
from.
Yeah, you go downstairs and you can't have breakfast in peace,
yeah.
and then or you can't sit down, or people know what hotel you're in, they stand waiting for you to come out, or
Did it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and not only that, it's like you go in, and let's say for example that something happened at PIGCAKE's hotel and he lost his keys and he couldn't get in, and he came to stay in my room and I'd got like 2 beds in there. They'd like double up the charges on the rooms and stuff,
Yeah.
even though you paid for the room. It's like, but the travel
Well,
lodge,
let's
nobody
be
cares.
honest, if you put a piece of cotton on the floor, I would have been able to sleep on there, right? Get it? Because of the height? Because of the height, lads? Right? But what was the, okay, but then, like, to get a taxi, for example, when you left the club, right, that last day, nobody took card. And I'm like, dude, I'll tip you extra, please, just get me to where I need to be. And they're like, no, sorry, we can't do anything, mate.
Yeah, but it's not like Miami. Up north, we don't really use cards.
Not
and
like
taxis.
Miami.
Man, but then I ended up getting lost and then fine, and that's when I was running because I'm like, I have 2% battery. I don't want to end up lost at 6 o'clock in the morning in fucking Blackpool, England.
We were panicking there, and we were running at top
I wasn't
speed.
panicking,
We
alright?
were in a state of disarray. We were running as fast as we could down the front of the pier to get back to the hotel.
Rewording everything.
And were you drunk as well? It's fine.
I was demolished, I would say. Right, that last one you got like a round of shots that was like a Jaeger thing.
The Jaeger bomb with Red Bull and the Jaeger
Red
bomb.
Bull. Yeah, that was the other wind-up that you guys had. Peter convinced me that you guys don't have Red Bull in the country. I'm like, how is that possible? There's Red Bull in the stores. Like, yeah, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Like, yeah, and I tell them what you fucking made me do with the store, the convenience store.
Yeah, tell
You can tell us anything.
Okay, no, just making sure, because, you know.
You'll
But
like this.
they had me, because they needed a Starburst for a trick, right, they were doing, right, to go in and buy Starburst. So they tell me, hey man, go in there and get, and here's the thing, right, just some context. I don't want to get bitched at, right, because I'm going to hear it for the next 14 hours, like, oh dude, you're ridiculous, I can't believe you didn't fucking do that. Anybody could have done that, a donut could have done that, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So Peter tells me, okay, go in there, all right, get Starburst and ask them if they have a sour mange, right? Go in there. And I'm thinking, all right, oh my god, dude, Starburst I've heard about, I've never heard of sour mange, right? I've never had a sour mange. And then I go in there and
I tell him it's in a little brown package behind the back of the counter.
in a little brown package behind the counter. The first place I went to was some weird lady, and I go, yeah, hi, I noticed you guys have Starburst, but do you have a sour mange? And she goes, I don't know about that. I'm like, oh, it's like a candy, I think. I have it on video. And then the one I didn't get, we went to another place, and it was like an Indian girl working behind a counter. And I go, oh, do you have sour mange? Do you have a sour mange? It's in like a brown thing behind a counter. Oh. And then the last guy was just like, what the fuck? And then I realized it. I'm like in the car. I'm like, sour mange? Like that's not a. It's gross. I'm in there asking them, these poor ladies, if they have a fucking a dirty.
Tell them what I had to do in that motorway when we're exiting motorway.
Oh yeah, but I knew you were winding me up, you fuck. You had me. He's like, dude, do it. It's gonna be quick. You need to merge. I knew that there's not a thing.
I said
to
that we were merging. You need to use hand signals. So he put his hands out the window and started doing that. Like, wow, and they were like circling his hand around to exit the
So
motorway.
stupid.
To exit.
I hate it. For the video, I want to say, so at some point I'm going to cut away and say they had me go in a store and something I can't say, and I want to apologize for it. I want to be like, listen, no disrespect. I said this. I had no idea what it is. I'm A, and then call myself something that's like jargony. I don't want to say nonce, because that's...
Yeah, I don't mean the same thing over here as it does to you.
No, it doesn't mean that, but I mean, like, it would be a word that, for example, an American would know, right? So what word would an American use that I wouldn't know?
Is it hurting?
No.
We do know he's got to go over all of it again.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
with Mike's on me.
It's just marked. No, I'm on the back of the arm as well.
Yeah. Not here?
Yeah, he's got to go over all that again.
No, it doesn't. You fuck.
His face, you should see fear in his eyes,
There's no
then,
fear, you
Jordan.
cunt. I'm taking, like, the only thing that I'm taking seriously from you is if you yell fire, right? Because I'm like, alright, there's a fire. But even then, I'm like, no, there's a chance he's fucking with me. He told me his house is haunted.
No, right, it was supposed to be a bit, Jordan, right? What are we going to do? Tell me how good this is. So I set all the timers in the living room on the lamps to go off after 5 minutes. So when I brought the conversation of ghosts up and I talked to him in the kitchen, the timers went off, right? And I was going to slowly like reinstill it. And then I was going to take the iPad and put it where he was sleeping in the spare room under the back of the mattress. So the speaker were poking up. So when he were half asleep, I was going to set the ringtone to like, and then ring it at like 5 in the morning when he thought I'd gone to bed.
I would have been dead. I would have been like, shut up, ghost.
Why did you do it?
Because it just got too like, before we knew it, we were heading off to Blackpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can stop recording.
Huh?
You can stop recording. Because I just wanted to get, I'm not going to get the whole thing. Bits and bobs.
Saw what you mean.
Right.
Saw.
So what?
I said, it's Saw. S-O-R-E.
It is.
You don't know Saw?
No.
Like I've got a sore ankle.
A sore.
Like you have actually
Like
got a sore
S-O,
ankle.
okay, no, okay, yeah, well I literally do because that ankle, I got hit by a fucking car while riding a motorcycle.
Well, that was in Tattoo the Pig, did you?
No, what's worse, funny enough, it was the same thing, which is the lady, because I also had like I called it a vagina on my knee, because it was just wide open. She inserted the needle in there, and then like she prodded it around. Dude, I don't know what this nurse was doing, but she stuck it in there and she started moving it, and then squirted, I think whatever, painkiller. And I told the lady the same thing. I'm like, so let me just tell you, I don't know what's happening. I'm like sweating and I feel a little bit faint. She goes, yeah, you're gonna faint, you bitch.
No, she didn't know.
She didn't say bitch, but she had a face that was indicative of a woman calling me a bitch. You know, so I'm like, all right, thank you. They didn't have to go, by the way. I'm sorry. Because I feel like I'm out here like close to him, and I have like Red Bull breath. You know?
I've got names.
Okay, that'd be nice. Thank you. Because I don't want to be out here blowing bio in your face. Or later on, you're like, dude, that PIGCAKE had a fucking gnarly breath. I'm still shook from a girl in 6th
Where
grade.
did PIGCAKE come from?
Well, it was. I wasn't doing the channel.
Listen, wait a second. There's one reason. I won't say what it is, but you'll know that this is a false story as soon as he tells you. Because there's one element that's too unbelievable.
So my ex-girlfriend, that's the element right there. If you
My
got it,
ex-girlfriend.
if you got it, it's clever. When we were living together, she wakes up and she's bitching at me, and I'm like, okay, great. She goes, oh yeah, I had a dream that you went to a party and you didn't tell me, right? And I'm like, okay, all right. Obviously, I didn't do that. And she tells me, oh, your excuse was that the party, they had a PIGCAKE in the party. And I'm like, all right, that sounds cool. So I wrote it as a note. And then maybe 2 years later, I started doing YouTube stuff. So I'm like, oh, PIGCAKE, great name.
Yeah.
I didn't find anybody else with
So,
that name.
did your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, know that you used that or not?
Yeah, I told her that. And she's with me until, with me through when I started the shit. And then I imagine probably why I started, why she left. Right? She's like, what the fuck? Can you imagine professionally? What is that? So,
What is that?
the trick with that is that you have to marry them and then let them know that you're a magician. Because that way it's like, they're not going to go through paperwork and lawyers and litigation to separate from you at that point. So you got to rope them in that way.
So what's happening now when you're single?
What are you looking at me like that, huh?
Can you stop the word at the minute? They're a very prevalent word.
At the minute.
Like indefinitely.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I had a phase, all right, where I was tricking and shilling, right? But then, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, I just tired out. Because I mean, all the relationships I've been in have been long, like 4 years, 7 years.
The question is, if you pull a black hole, that's known for being the easiest place to pull a girl ever.
Yeah, what was his name? I don't know, because
What was his name?
a lot of yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm sure they're great, again, they have no teeth, but no thank you. They weren't girls in black.
Did you have a chance though? You just turned it down.
What the girls in Blackpool, like, where we were, the clubs, would you even consider that Blackpool? Right?
That's Blackpool.
That's Blackpool, okay.
That's Blackpool Centre.
Okay.
When you sniffed up pretty slow.
Well, like, the reason I'm saying that is because, like, Miami, for example, we have Miami. Miami Beach is a completely different animal. And then you have Coral Gables, which is still within Miami, but again, it's completely different.
No, you're talking a 2-minute walk from the Winter Gardens. It's still Blackpool, man. You're in Blackpool City Centre.
There you go. Miami to Coral Gables is literally a street, and then you're in a different.
That's different when you're on the edge of the border.
Okay.
But no, you are in the centre of
So
Blackpool.
is Miami what we'd expect? Or is it not as good as
No, I mean, we have the tourist spots, which are traps, right? Like all the tourist traps, and then you have.
So would you not bother going there, no?
No, fuck that. It's like when they came, I was like, hey, let me take you guys to like real places that are like, you know, you guys get authentic Cuban food. You guys go and get like legit shit, and they're like, okay. And then they went to all the tourist traps, like every single tourist trap. But it happens when you're staying in the beach, but nobody does that because.
Yeah, but what could we do? We were there
Exactly.
filming and performing, so.
Yeah. But still, like good backdrops and shit. Like you could have gone to like a very hipster spot, gotten some.
Yeah, but you're talking about Daddy Christian.
Daddy Christian, yeah. Jesus, that was another character. Every time I think I have bad hair, I look at that and I'm like, you know what, I'm good. I'm good.
One of them who says that all the time.
Called PIGCAKE bagels.
Babe, yeah.
I refused
Dude,
to
he called me
believe
babe twice, dude. The
I
motherfucker.
asked him about it and he denied it.
No, and then no, you asked him what does it mean
You
to call
and
somebody
Dixie,
babe. And it means that they want you.
I just like the film.
Or yeah, maybe. The pig.
Maybe that's why we're calling
Maybe
it.
it's a pig. Yeah, wow, shit, okay. So I just got my tattoo done here at Skinworks with the KX, and I just want to say I can't pick a better place than this one. Even though it's in England, and me as an ignorant American, I would, try to come to England as little as possible. I wouldn't want to come for Skinworks. So thank you guys, and I guess we'll catch you on the next one.